Welcome, sixth graders. You're on task number 2 of your Gumball machine. And this is going to be the day where you research previous Gumball machines, see how they work, and different options that are out there. And so your central question for this is, why is it important to research first before we start planning and drawing and building and putting it all together? So to do this, you're going to be in your design notebook. We'll go down to task number 2. And you'll see the essential question there is, why is it important to research first? Again, make sure you type in your answer. Try to use complete sentences and go in depth with 1 or 2 sentences at least for this question. And so what you're going to do for this activity is research 5 existing Gumball machines, taking notes about how they work, and include an image and a link for each. So you'll see the questions that you have to answer for each Gumball machine that you look up. The first one is, what mechanisms make this machine function? What other parts does this machine have to make it work? Is this a machine that you could build out of wood? And what do you like about the design of the candy machine? So to do this, you can Google search. Now, there's different options of what you can Google search. If you just simply typed in Gumball machine examples, you're going to get options here, obviously, that pop up. But most of these are very similar to each other. So you could also type in maybe something of DIY, which is do it yourself, and you might get a few different options down below. That one looks like it's out of cardboard, so that just finding different options looks like might be some of them in here. Another option then is, since we are making ours out of wood, let's see what's out there for Gumball machine that's made out of wood. Okay, so as you research, I encourage you to find a couple different options. And so I'm going to take this one right here. And clicking on this link here, I am now getting the link where it's from. So remember, you do have to copy the link where you find it from. So I'm going to copy that, come back here and put it in right below there. And then I also have to put in a picture of it. So here's my picture. Pretty big, so I'm going to size it down. And then based on this Gumball machine, I have to answer these questions. So I'm going to go back here and try to figure out what mechanism is used. The lights just turned off on me, so you might not see me anymore. So you can see that you have a dowel here where in this case, jelly bean was going to fall into it. You rotate it and it goes down all the way to the bottom. So for this mechanism, I'm going to just describe it. If you're not sure what the actual name of the mechanism is, that's okay. Just try to describe it of how it operates and connects together. So what mechanism is this? Wooden dowel with wood, candy drops in, rotate wooden dowel. Okay? So then the second question, what other parts does this machine have to make it work? So if you look at everything here, we have the wooden dowel, and you have the wooden base along with little ramps, if you want to call it that, but this is primarily made out of wood. So I'm going to just put in here for the parts, wooden dowel, wooden base, and wood ramps, I'm going to call it. Third question, is this a machine that you could build out of wood? Obviously, this is built out of wood, so yes, this example is made out of wood. And if you look at other examples that aren't necessarily made out of wood, it doesn't mean it can't be, so you have to think to yourself, is it something that potentially could be made out of wood? And then what do you like about the design of this candy machine? I like that, let's see. I like the wooden dowel, how it's pretty easy to just spin around, so I'm going to say I like the wooden dowel and how you have to rotate it for the candy to dispense out. Okay, so that is one example of a Gumball machine that's research that we put in here. And then you'll just notice down below you're doing this 4 more times. So Gumball machine number 2, you look up a different type of candy machine, answer these 4 questions. Remember to put in that picture and a link, and then you do that for 3, 4, and 5. When you're done doing that, you can type in what did you learn, and what's one example of success that you had for this task.